So I'm pretty sure YouTube made a really big change yesterday, or maybe 2 days ago now. I'm not sure if this went live for like everyone, but it's there for me. The whole player is all updated and really like transparent and smooth and nice now. It's honestly a kind of drastic change almost. I mean, the player that you watch YouTube videos in is a very big component of YouTube, and changing any element of it, it's gonna feel weird at first and you gotta get used to it. This honestly feels like the first good change that YouTube has done in ages almost. I mean, they've also announced, I'm pretty sure, that they are dropping the whole Google Plus integration with YouTube. I think I read that on an article recently, and that's a pretty awesome positive change as well. But I'm honestly in just a really good mood now. I mean, positive change is a really exciting thing, isn't it? Change is always something that's going to be super controversial when it happens, whether it's a positive change or not. When you make a change, people suddenly feel uneasy about what it is, whatever it is that they're experiencing. In League of Legends, people find the game, they play it, they love it, and they fall in love with a certain aspect of the game. If Riot announces that they're changing it, or they're changing a champion, or they're changing this or that about the game, then that's going to make people feel uneasy. Is this still going to be the same game that I fell in love playing? The same goes with my YouTube videos. We made the switch to daily videos. We've been trying to make the switch for almost a full year now, and that's probably something that drove a lot of people away because it's a change to the format that they expected with my YouTube videos, and I don't blame them if they get uneasy about it, if they don't like the new format or something along those lines. But if it's a change that's for the better, then sometimes you just gotta stick with it through the hard little transition period as people get used to it. I mean, it really doesn't matter how positive the change is, there will always be people complaining. Do you guys remember the old Scion build? The whole Scion who you didn't know whether you were supposed to build him AD as like an on-hit guy with lifesteal with that ultimate that didn't synergize at all with his AP ratios and his amazing burst, and you maybe were supposed to build him AP and you didn't know what you were supposed to do with the champion because he was so poorly designed and in such an awkward spot. He desperately needed a rework, and so he eventually got one, and that was good. That was a good rework that he got, community, but still people complained about it, saying that it ruined the champion or something, just because they kind of got used to the old Scion and they kind of liked being able to burst people down with just a Q and a W. Really doesn't matter what the change is, people always will find something to complain about. I honestly think this HUD change is actually a really nice thing. Not only does the HUD look cleaner and nicer, but it's easier to see all the information that you kind of need to see when you're playing League. Have you guys thought about that? All your items, all of your abilities, all of your stats, your cooldowns, everything related to your champion, as well as the minimap and your teammates, who's alive, who's dead, whether your teammates have your ultimates up, that's all in like the bottom right-hand corner of your screen, and I feel like that's super convenient. The only information that's not in the bottom right-hand corner is if you click on an ally or enemy and their information is on the top left still. I feel like that's a good change, an overall good change. It's something that's super different and that people will have to get used to because they've played this game for 5 years with the old HUD and the old format and everything that was set up the way it was before. But in the end, if this is something we have to live with, it's not that bad. It's not like it was a change that suddenly made stuff more difficult to read, outside of the fact that you were probably just already used to looking at it the way it was before with your shop in the bottom left and all of that. I don't know, those are just sort of my thoughts on the HUD, the whole new HUD update that everyone's complaining about. Everyone's going absolutely crazy, and I can understand that. It's a really big update and a really weird change when you've been used to the old HUD for however many years you've been playing the game, but it's honestly a change for the better if you ask me. But like I said, no matter how good or bad of a change it is, people will always be complaining. I just kind of hope that Riot doesn't get too deterred if people complain too much about some change in the future that actually is really awesome, but then they get scared thinking that it's not because the community's upset. Anyway though, I guess that's all for today. I hope you guys all enjoyed watching today's video. I will of course be seeing you all tomorrow, but until then, thank you very much for watching. Good luck in solo queue, and have a wonderful day.